You know, typically when you're talking about tool bags and screwdrivers, everybody's got a set of dedicated screwdrivers. Typically it's a Phillips and a flathead. You know, it may have a striking cap, may have a little hex here where you could put a wrench on there and get more torque. But typically everybody likes to have at least one set of screwdrivers in their tool bag. The problem is you need more than Phillips and flathead. You need Torx bits. You may need a Robinson bit. You may need a ECX bit. I mean, there's a lot of different bits. And to fill up it would completely fill up a bag if you had all dedicated screwdrivers. So people typically go for locking bit holders, or one of the best, I think, are these. It's compression type. And they come with these different blades that you can buy. And I'm going to pull this. I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to put it by the microphone so you can hear. You can hear that suction when that comes out. I mean, this thing when it fits in there, it is just like a dedicated screwdriver. It doesn't wobble. It doesn't move a bit. It's almost just like a dedicated screwdriver. But the downside is you have to buy these proprietary blades that go on there. They are nice, but they're expensive and they're proprietary. So, I mean, there's a lot of different people make them. You know, Vera makes one. This is insulated. I think Klein makes one just like this that have these different blades in them. These work fine. They're a little bit, you get a little bit more play than you do with this Hazette compression fit. But still, very fine screwdriver. There again, though, proprietary blades, and you have to have a lot of these blades to go along with this handle. And then, of course, you've got something like this. Now, this is the Hazette model, which has the bit holders, you know, bit storage in the handle. Makes the handle a little bit bigger. This happens to be the ratchet one. But this is not, the locking part is down here. And it comes with just this magnetic bit holder. But with this locking part, you can still hold blades. So, but you can see the wobble there. Nobody wants a floppy screwdriver. No jokes, please. Nobody wants that. So, what do? Well, typically, you'll go to one of these. Now, this is the Vera. This is the ESD version. Let's put that in here. I love these Vera. They call them wrap adapters. You push it up, and then all you have to do is push it down, it seats. You still have a little play in here, though. A little bit of play. So it's not like, it doesn't feel like a dedicated screwdriver. Now this Vera here is adjustable. You could pull it, you know, however you want to. There again, you have the wrap adapter again. You just push it down. It's got bit storage in the handle. Same thing though, you got a little bit of play here. You can see that play. But I like this, very fine screwdriver. Here's the Hazette model. Now the Hazette, push it up, you flick it in, same thing. Almost just like the Vera. You got a little bit of play here. To me, the finest on the market is the Weeha. This Weeha, you put this in here, and it has zero play. You can see that? Maybe a 32nd of an inch is moving. This thing is just like a dedicated screwdriver. That's the reason in my bags I have a couple of these, and I always run them in the bags. You can put any kind of bits on here. You can get these, you know, PB Swiss bits out. Put them in there, just rock solid. These are it's a little 2-inch. If you want to, you can put a 6-inch bit in. Let's put the 6-inch bit in and see how it works. 6-inch bit, same thing, just rock solid. So to me, before Klein came out with theirs, this was the one that I used in every bag, because this is the best one. Now let's compare it to the Klein and see if it even can come close to this this Weeha Centrofix. Okay, here it is. This is the Klein Tools new screwdriver, get it out of the package here. Very nice. It is the model 32960A. Fast bit true grip screwdriver. Look back here. It is made in Japan. Compatible with all these bits, including the Klein flip socket rail here. So let's take a look at it. We know how the Weehaw operates. We just saw that. Now this is the bit that Klein sent with it, but I'm not only going to use this bit. We're going to check it with some other bits. This one is a number 2 Phillips. It looks like a 6mm flathead. Now, you don't need to push this down. You just push it in, and it seats. And man, okay. Well, the one that comes with it is just like the Weehaw. It is like a dedicated screwdriver. Rock solid, you can't move it. To get it out, you pull this back and pull it out. So what happens is, there's ball bearings in here. And there's a little hole, and I guess it seats all the way down till it gets to this area here where this hex starts. So if you could see, it's solid right there. Now let's look. Let me pull this out. Yeah, so that little, I guess it stops right here. That little hole inside here stops right there, and this goes all the way up into the shaft. But I mean, it is solid if you use this bit. Now let's look at some other bits. These are some bits I just bought randomly off of Amazon. Man, solid too. I mean, just like this Weehaw. That kind of shocks me. Now here's a spider bit. Same thing, doesn't move in or out or to the side. It's rock solid. Now, let me try this. These are the Weehaw bits. I use these a lot. These are the 2-inch Weehaw bits. Wow, see, now you got play in there. And it moves sideways. What's the difference? I don't know. Let's look at this Milwaukee. Milwaukee's solid too. Let's look at the difference here. You can see the difference. You see this area right here? This is like 1/8 of an inch is all it is. And on the Milwaukee, it's twice that distance. So one of those ball bearings is engaging on this slot on this side where this is not big enough. The ball bearing must be up here where it's not engaging. Because all the rest of these, this little area right here is about the same. Now here's the GIS. Of course, it's a lot longer. I'm assuming it's going to work great. So really, the only bit that I found that doesn't work well with this is this Weehaw bit, because it's so small right here. Let me go get another. So we got the Milwaukee, the Spider, and here are some of the DeWalt bits. I'm assuming it's going to be fine because look at the distance here. Yeah, it's rock solid too. So that's interesting. The only bit that really doesn't work well in it is the Weehaw 2-inch bit. So if you stay away from those, you got yourself a winner here. That's what it just doesn't like the small little area here. It's got to be a little bit bigger than that. Let's look at the JIS. Boy, it really likes that. That thing is solid. I mean, this thing really operates like a dedicated screwdriver. So all you need to do, and these bits right here were cheap. I got them off Amazon I got like a 6-pack for like $10, $12. I got a 6-inch set and a 4-inch set. But really all you need to do is go on and get you, you know, all the Torx, your Phillips, your flatheads, and you got a full set of screwdrivers that'll work with this handle almost like a dedicated screwdriver. I really don't see any difference between the Klein and the Weehaw now, as long as you get the right type of bits. Now let's see if let's see how the Weehaw fits in this. Of course they're going to fit because it's a handle. The handle is Weehaw. Yeah, they're rock solid in here. So the Weehaw, doesn't matter which ones you get. The Klein, it does. But I tell you, I really like this Klein handle. Very nice. I would highly suggest buying this. You know, and these are expensive. This one, I think, is in the mid-30s, 37 maybe. I mean, if this one comes $30 or under, it's a solid buy by me. Solid engagement there. So that's it. That's the Klein ball grip, Japanese made locking bit holder. See you next week.